Hello, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Corinne and I love to crochet. I've been crocheting since I was about 9 years old, and I am like many people who crochet, and I would love to eventually make a living doing this, but it's not in the cards right now. So I decided to start a vlog series just documenting the crochet things that I'm up to, and just, connecting with other people who are into crochet as well. This is my first time doing this, so bear with me. I'm going to just go over a couple things. I am going to talk about some craft shows that I'm signed up for. I'm going to show you some of the inventory I have made for it, and then I'm going to go over thrifting and crocheting and what they could have in common. So to start off, I'm going to start talking about craft shows I have coming up. So I actually have my little calendar here with me, and my mom and I every year do the Pennsboro Pumpkin Fest in Pennsylvania. So I'm actually located in Maryland right now, but I'm gonna take that weekend. I'm gonna spend the time with my mom, and we're gonna do the Pumpkin Fest. So Pumpkin Fest is October 12th and 13th. So that doesn't give me a lot of time to get inventory ready. I have a lot of scarves and hats, and I have some baby blankets made for it. But my biggest seller when I do craft shows is by far my amigurumis. So I'm going to show you a couple things that I have made so far. This is all I have. As far as amigurumi is concerned, this is all I have for the Pumpkin Fest. So I have a lot of work to do. Oh, and actually, my newest one, bear with me one second. My newest thing that I made is in my project bag, which is a sack roots bag. I love it. Okay, so I'll just show you a couple things that I have made. And all the patterns to these I will put in the description box below, so you could check them out. Most of the things I make come from free patterns, but I do love to purchase patterns as well. So the first thing I want to show you is this narwhal, and this is a paid pattern. Her name was the Merino Mermaid at the time of purchase. She has since changed her name, and oh gosh, I can't remember, but I'll put it down below. And you can take the tusk away and make just a whale, or you can have the tusk. She has lots of really cool patterns that I love. She has a mermaid that I had purchased, a lion. What else did I purchase from her that I really love? Oh, the unicorn. And I have sold all of those. This is the only one I have left that I haven't sold yet, but I don't have it listed anywhere, I don't think, because I'm trying to prepare for the Pumpkin Fest. So there's that. And then I only have one of these guys left. This is a pattern by Huckabee, and I love this pattern. Everybody who sees this just loves it. Look at him. It's a great way to use up scrap yarn. Their little feet are so cute. Probably the most annoying part about making this is the little antennae, because you have to crochet in such a tight little magic ring. So that is the most annoying part. But other than that, I love this pattern. I've made so many of these, and anytime I'm okay with purchasing a pattern, because I know that almost every time I make something out of that pattern, I can eventually sell one and pay for the pattern back. So that is that guy by Huckabee. So cute. The next thing I have are these little jellyfish guys, and I can't remember the name of the pattern or who made the pattern, but I'll find it and put it in the description box below. If I were to make these again, which I plan on making more, I will add more tentacles, because they're not, they just need more. They need some more, but it's a super easy pattern. The curls are really fun to make. You can have fun with it. You can add color. I like this one because I added like a shimmery kind of yarn, and yeah, they're so cute. And for the longest time, actually, no, my daughter hijacked one and she put it in her bedroom. So she has one hanging in her bedroom. Of course, when you sell something like this, you need to advise parents to be careful with their younger children, just because these are supposed to be for hanging. These aren't really supposed to be for playing. All right, then I have octopuses galore. And yes, by the way, octopuses is a good plural form of octopus. Octopi, I think, was a recent change. You can call it either or. But this is a free pattern, and I love it. And these are by far my best sellers at craft shows. I once did a craft show at my son's elementary school. No, not my son's elementary school. A friend's son's elementary school. And I had a line of kids waiting to buy one of these. I only had them for $10 a piece. I would probably go up to 12, but with how fast they were selling, I don't know. And there's so little material. So, I don't know. I'm thinking about keeping them at $10 a piece. I did use 2 strands of yarn for these because they make them more sturdy. And you can use up leftover yarn. I'll show you one that I did not use 2 strands of yarn. Here's one. And the tentacles are a little floppier, and sometimes I'm okay with that, but depending on what kind of yarn you use, it could be really floppy. I think this is a good example of one. Yeah. See, his little tentacles are droopy, but people still love them. So I have a whole bunch of these made up. I even made one with a horn. I made a unipus. I don't have a pattern for this. I just kind of made that and put it on. I might make a couple more of these. I might not. I don't know. I haven't sold any of these yet. I just kind of made this for myself. I had them displayed on my desk for a while. But yeah, I have like, I don't know, 15 of these made. I'll probably make some more. Yeah. Here. Go. Look at them all. Wow. Now I gotta get them all off the floor. And some of them come out bigger than others just because of what kind of yarn I use. But it's a super easy pattern. It takes me maybe an hour to make one, but that's if I'm sitting there just going. Okay, another thing that I started making recently are scrunchies. So scrunchies, I've been seeing them a lot online. I have 2 whole bags of scrunchies made right now. I don't know what I'm going to sell them for yet, so if you have any idea of what you would sell them for, please leave a comment down below and let me know. But they don't take much yarn at all to make. They don't take much time to make. So what I did was I went to the store and I purchased 2 packs of these 60 value pack scrunchie hair ties. And with all the different colors it has, you can like for this one here, I used a blue one, if you can see. And then for this one, I used a tan colored one. So it's nice because you'll have a color for pretty much any color that you want to use. And these are the best brand. They don't snap and break like some of them do. And I have really thick hair, and being in the military, I use not scrunchies, but like I use these elastic bands a lot, and some of them are just so weak that like I'll go to wrap it around and it's just like, and then it snaps my hand and hurts me. So I have to get another one, and I waste a lot of them sometimes doing that. But those are my favorite. The value pack, I think I paid a little over $3 for all of them. So that plus, and the yarn is basically just scrap yarn, so like leftover stuff. So I'm not looking to get a lot of money for all of those, but a little bit of a profit would be great. Okay, so then the last thing, and I just made the first one of these yesterday. It's my favorite thing so far. This little turtle. I posted it on a Facebook page and got lots of love for it. It's just so cute. I've kind of been intimidated to try the African flower pattern just because I like to make things quick and I like to make things that I can memorize, but it's so much fun and it's so easy. So I have another one started. I'll put a link to the pattern below. This was a free pattern I found on Pinterest. Let's see. Here's the one. Nope, not there. I'll find it here. Here it is. This is the pattern I made, the color I made for the next one. So, yeah. I love it. I love making a bunch of the same thing with different color schemes. Yeah. So, and this was super easy to make. I used a G hook. Normally when I'm crocheting amigurumi, I use an E hook to get that nice tight stitch and you can't see the stuffing through. However, this one called for a G hook. So I always, the first time I make something, I always use the recommended hook. And I like the size. You can't see any of the stuffing, maybe a little bit in the head, but it's nice and soft and just an overall great pattern. So easy to follow. So I will definitely be making more of these. As you can see, I have going there. All right. So that's that. Now, before I go into thrifting for yarn, I need to pause my camera for 1 second because I'm running out of time and I have to go delete another video. Just 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay. Some of you may or may not know, but I actually have another YouTube channel and I've been a little more active on that one recently, just because that one is me doing reselling and I do make decent money reselling. So it gives me more content to create. And also with all the moving I've been doing, I had to kind of pick one to stick with. So with reselling, I do go to thrift stores a lot and I like to find handmade items to resell because I don't want to see these things go to the dump. It makes me so sad. Like you see all the hours that people put into items and then they're at the thrift store and then nobody buys them at the thrift store, so they go to the outlet and then nobody buys them at the outlet, or they get ruined there and then they get sent to the landfill. So behind me are 3 Afghans that I actually have rescued. I did not make these Afghans. I rescued them and I wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest with you. I'll go in order of the ones that I received. So this is the first one I rescued. And I got this one at a thrift store local to my area called 2nd Avenue. I paid $5.99 for it, which is crazy. But what caught my attention was not only the color, because the color is gorgeous. It has a sewn on thing here, all right? And it says, "A Treasure Forever" by M. Hall. And then it has the size. You know, and this one's personalized. It has the person's name who made it. It has their name of their handmade business. And somebody had either purchased this or received it as a gift, or maybe, you know, they passed away and their home got liquidated and it wound up at the thrift store. And this just made me so sad. It's in excellent condition. Like it didn't have any kind of smell to it. It actually smells like yarn came directly from the store. So I had to buy this. And I keep these for myself. My grandmother gave me Afghans and I have them too, but We have a family of 4, and 3 out of the 4 of us are always freezing. So we need to have lots of blankets around the house. So yeah, that was a good find. All right, this one here, I actually received at an estate sale. And this one, again, like it's in beautiful shape. And the stitches are so small. Somebody put so much time into this. So I had to rescue it. And it has the really cute colors that match my office. So the only thing is it does have a little bit of a smell to it. Like you can tell. So in this, this estate sale belonged to a woman who went to assisted living. So she had to leave behind all of her things. So this had been in like an attic for a long time. So it has a little bit of a funky smell to it. I washed it once, but I'm going to wash it again. I couldn't let this go. I forget how much I paid for it, but it was only a couple bucks. So I keep this one displayed proudly in my craft/office room. Yeah, and it's really warm. I use it when I'm on my computer. This one I got 2 days ago. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Goodwill outlets, the Goodwill outlets is a Goodwill store. However, there aren't racks of clothing. The clothing and the items come in giant bins and they're all mixed up. And you pay by the pound. So if you find some shirts and it only comes out to £1, you pay $1.69 a pound. That's how it is at mine. Mine is $1.69 a pound. However, the day I went, which was Friday, they had a half off sale. So I paid about 75 cents a pound. A little more, give or take. And I saw this sticking out like this, in between a bunch of clothes. And I said, ooh, and I grabbed it. And look at this. It is beautiful. That is just so gorgeous. Somebody spent so much time on that. And it's in excellent condition. It doesn't smell. Although I did wash it because the bins can be nasty. Yeah, the colors, they're so fun. So I am keeping this pretty much right here. I'm going to keep it on my couch because I love it and I'm going to display it proudly. I have no shame in displaying someone else's work in my home. If I appreciate it, I know others will too. And if they don't, they can leave. So also, the other thing I wanted to talk about, thrifting, okay? I found that you can find yarn at a really good price at the thrift stores. Sometimes like a regular thrift store might have it a little bit high. However, at the Goodwill outlet where you pay, pennies to the pound, it's the best place to find yarn. I actually had gone to the outlet and the lady had all the yarn like in a giant case behind the thing, just because, it gets all tangled in the buckets and stuff. So I said, can I get that yarn? And she's like, how much of it? I was like, all of it. Filled 3 giant bags of yarn and I paid barely anything for it. I think I paid like $15 for all that yarn. However, when I got home, my husband wasn't very happy with me, and a lot of it wound up getting tangled, and I didn't have the patience for that. I mean, it wasn't extremely tangled. Like, I could have easily gotten it, but my husband kind of got frustrated, and we were in the process of moving. So I actually sold it for $30. So I made a profit off of it, but I listed it on Facebook Marketplace and I sold it for $30, and I regret it now. But I went back and they got more yarn in. It wasn't a lot, but I did manage to pick up some yarn. I got this blue and it definitely feels like Caron. I don't care. I paid nothing for it. I got this. I don't know what kind it is, but it has like these colors in it, and I think it would look really cute with some amigurumi. I might make a couple octopuses, and it's clean. I make sure it's clean before I buy it. I had to leave one behind because it had like a stain on it, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. I got these two brown colors, which will come in handy now that I'm making the turtles. I don't have a lot of brown things. I have a couple teddy bear patterns that I might try out. Ew, there's hair. It's definitely my hair, but there's a hair. There it is. Be gone. And then Simply Soft pink. I don't generally do Simply Soft just because it gets fuzzy. I don't like that. But I'll mix it with another color with some octopuses probably. But the reason I started grabbing yarn again is because, and this is the last thing I wanted to talk about. I work on Fort Meade. I am a military member, and I decided to start an outreach program with my company, and I'm creating a group of people who want to crochet things for hospitals. Not just like hats and blankets for babies, but the kids, you know, the kids who are in the ER during Halloween or over, you know, Christmas, and they don't have a lot of things. So I'm going to start picking up as much yarn as I can find, anywhere I can find it, as long as it's clean, preferably new, but if it's not new, it has to be clean. And the group of us are going to get together. We're going to crochet some little octopuses. We're going to crochet some, you know, turtles, and we're going to donate them to the children in the hospital. So I actually already contacted one of the local hospitals. Actually, I contacted 3 of the local hospitals. One never picked up. The other one picked up but didn't have any information for me. And the other one that I contacted was telling us how desperate they are for donations of any kind. So after speaking with her, I think I decided that while we are going to crochet things for the hospital patients, I think we're also going to collect regular donations as well, either in cash form or, you know, unopened toys, used books, things that they really need. And, you know, I thought about it. The first hospital I called was the biggest hospital in our area. And if I'm thinking about it, if people are going to donate, they probably are going to donate to the hospital that they're most familiar with. So the one that I got in touch with is one that isn't as familiar. It's actually a hospital I never heard of. But I think we're going to make that particular hospital our mission, our first mission. So I'm really hoping that I can get this group up and going. I already put an ad on FreeCycle and Craigslist for, you know, yarn donations or finished project donations. People, you know, if people want to join the group, they can do that too. But yeah, that's that. Wow, sorry about that. My camera ran out of space again. I definitely need to go fix that before I try to record another one of these. But that's basically all I wanted to talk about today. I kind of just, you know, I don't have a lot of people to talk to about crochet, so I thought I would talk to you guys, and, you know, get some new tips and do some networking and just share my love of crochet with others. So thanks for sticking by me for this first vlog. If you enjoyed what you saw, please consider giving this video a like, and please consider subscribing. That's all I got. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.